Can I ask you a question? Have you ever used Google Maps? Nakagamit ka na ba ng Google Maps? Of course, you have. Imagine getting into your car, typing in your destination. Bago ka mag-drive, nag-type ka muna ng lugar na pupuntahan mo. And then suddenly, Google Maps suddenly says, "Sorry, I can't give you directions because I don't know where you're starting." Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Before it tells you where to go, it first needs you and to know where you are. Bago nito sabihin kung saan ka makakarating, kailangan muna nitong alamin kung saan ka manggagaling. You know, I think our financial life works exactly the same way. Ganun din pagdating sa ating kaperahan. Many of us dreams, I want to become debt-free. Gusto kong mabayaran lahat ng mga utang ko. I want to save more. Gusto ko pang taasan ang ipon ko. I want to invest. Gusto kong mag-invest. I want financial freedom. Gusto kong maging mayaman. Those are wonderful goals. But before we talked about where we're going, there is one question we need to answer first. Where am I today? Not where I wish I were, not where I hope to be next year, but where am I today? Nasaan ako ngayon? Ano ang kalagayan ko ngayon? Because every financial plan, every budget, every debt repayment strategy begins with knowing your starting point. And that's exactly what today's conversation is all about. Kailangan mo lamang nating alamin kung saan tayo magsisimula. Hello everyone, I'm Dominic Haban and welcome back to Habundance Live. Whether you're joining us live, watching the replay, or this is your very first Habundance Live, I'm truly grateful you're here. Habundance is a community where we build financial confidence through 3 simple values. 1 is respect and honesty. 2 is growth. And 3rd is community. Because we believe financial transformation isn't built overnight. It's built 1 habit, 1 decision, 1 day at a time. And here at Habundance, we don't chase abundance. We build it. Before we jump into today's conversation, let's take a quick look back at where we started. Last week, we talked about something that many of us have experienced. Running from our finances. We learned that the first step toward financial stability isn't earning more money. It's having the courage to stop avoiding our financial reality. Ang ating problemang pinansyal ay hindi lamang tungkol sa pera. Ito ay natutugunan kapag tayo ay natutong hindi umiwas, kundi harapin ang ating tunay na kalagayan. And together, we started building a new habit. And that is the Habundance 15-minute financial reset. not to solve every financial problem in just 15 minutes, but to build the habit of intentionally showing up for our finances every single week. Because consistency always beats intensity. Now, I'd love to hear from you if ever you completed your very first Abundance 15-minute financial reset this week. Just type in reset complete in the comments. Or if you are still watching this on a replay, once you read this question, please comment if you are able to complete our challenge last week, which is Abundance 15-minute financial reset. Let's celebrate those wins together. Maybe it wasn't perfect. Maybe all you need is not 15 minutes, but only 10 minutes. Maybe all you did was open your banking app for the first time in months. But that's still progress. Because here at Abundance, we celebrate progress, not perfection. Alright, so we have 1,000 viewers so far. Hi, Ate Mai. Welcome back to Abundance Live. Hopefully, you're able to complete the 15-minute financial reset, the Abundance 15-minute financial reset this week. Alright, so if you did your 15-minute financial reset, then congratulations, great job. I am so proud that you're doing it because every small step matters. And if today is your first Abundance Live, and if you're watching this on replay, or you weren't able to complete last week's financial reset, don't worry. You're not behind. You're simply joining us at a different point in the journey. I'd encourage you, after today's session, to watch episode 1 on our YouTube channel. That's where we introduced abundance, our 3 core values, and the Abundance 15-minute financial reset, which will continue to be one of our foundational habits throughout this journey. It will give you a strong foundation for everything we'll be building together in the weeks ahead. So, last week we made one important decision, which is we stopped running. Today, we're taking the next step. Because once you've decided to face your finances, the next question becomes, where do I actually stand? Not to judge yourself, not to compare yourself with anyone else, but to replace assumptions with clarity. Because clarity leads to confidence, and confidence leads to better decisions. Kailangan lang nating malinawan kung ano ang tunay na kalagayan natin sa ngayon, lalo na sa aspetong pinansyal o kaperahan, upang mas may kumpiyansa tayong makagawa ng mga sarili nating desisyon sa buhay. And by the end of today's conversation, my hope is that you'll have something incredibly valuable. Not a perfect financial plan, not all the answers, just an honest understanding of where your financial journey begins. Because every journey, from financial survival to financial stability, begins with one honest starting point. So, let's build it together. So let's start with a simple question. When someone asks you, how are you financially? How do you answer? Kapag may nagtanong sa'yo o tinanong ka kung ano ang iyong kalagayan sa aspetong pinansyal or pagdating sa pera, ano ang iyong kasagutan? So maybe type in the comments what comes to your mind, or what is your usual answer? Alright, then maybe you say, I'm doing okay. Okay naman ako. Or you will say, I'm surviving. Eto, nakakaraos naman. Buhay pa naman kahit papano. Or you could say, things could be better. Pwede ko pang pagbutihin ito. Or maybe, I'm just honestly not sure. Hindi ko talaga alam, sa totoo lang. The truth is, most of us answer that question based on how we feel. Ang mga sagot natin ay base sa ating mga nararamdaman. But while our feelings matter, they don't always tell us the whole story. Today, I want us to do something different. Instead of relying on feelings, let's learn to rely more on facts. Not because facts are more important than feelings, but because facts gives us clarity. And clarity helps us make better decisions. Simulan nating maghanap ng mga katunayan upang mas malinaw ang ating mga pagpapasya kesa sa puro hugot or mga nararamdaman lamang natin. Here at Abundance, you'll notice that I like creating or introducing simple frameworks. Not because life is complicated, not because complicated ideas become easier to remember when they're organized. So, today, I'd like to introduce one of the core abundance frameworks, and it's called the 4 H's of financial clarity. Whenever you feel financially lost, whenever you're unsure where to begin, always come back to these 4 H's. They'll always help you find your starting point. Gamitin mo lamang ito upang ikaw ay makapagsimulang muli. So what are those 4 H's? The first H is harvest. In Tagalog, ani. Why harvest? Because every harvest begins with planting and hard work. In the same way, your income is the harvest of your effort. Whether you're employed, running a business, freelancing, or earning from multiple sources, this is where your financial journey begins. Lahat ng klaseng kita sa buhay mo na pwede mong anihin. That is all within this bucket, harvest. So, ask yourself, how much money comes into my life every month? Magkano ang perang kinikita ko kada buwan? Not because income measures your worth, but because it fuels every financial goal you hope to achieve. No harvest means nothing to distribute. So that is the first H. The second H is household. In Filipino, it's sambahayan. This represents the cost of living your life today. Your rent, your mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, insurance, phone bills, school expenses, lahat ng iyong pinagkakagastusan sa pang-araw-araw na buhay. Everything that keeps your household running. Here's something I always remind myself. Every money, every peso or dollar has an assignment. And when we know where our money is going, we become better stewards of what we've been entrusted with. So, ask yourself, what does it really cost to live my life each month? Magkano nga ba ang nagagastos ko para mabuhay buwan-buwan? The third H is hurdles. In Filipino, balakid or mga hadlang. Now I chose this word very intentionally. I did not call it failures or mistakes, because that does not define who you are. That is simply one of the hurdles on your financial journey. Some hurdles are small, some are bigger, but hurdles are meant to be overcome. Not feared, hindi mo dapat ito katakutan. Not ignored, wag mo na itong ipagbaliwala or wag baliwalain. Bagkus, you have to overcome it. So, write down every financial obligation you have. Your credit cards, your personal loans, housing loans, car loans. If you have buy now, pay later, or SP later, or whatever buy now, pay later schemes that you are into right now, anything that you owe, lahat ng mga pinagkakautangan mo. Because once we can see the hurdle, we can start planning how to get over it. So lahat ng mga bagay na nagiging balakid o hadlang para makamit mo ang financial freedom mo or upang maging maayos ang iyong pananalapi or kaperahan, lahat ng mga klase ng utang mo sa buhay. Of course, maliban lamang sa utang na loob. And the fourth, and finally, my favorite among all the H's, which is hope, pag-asa. Hope represents everything you're building for your future. Your savings, your emergency fund, your investments, every money you chose to save today is an act of hope for tomorrow. It's you saying, I believe my future is worth preparing for. Maybe your hope is only a few hundred pesos today. Maybe it's much more. But wherever you are, celebrate it. Because hope is not measured by how much you've saved. Hope is measured by your decision to keep building. Ito yung mga bagay na nagbibigay pag-asa para maging masagana at mabuti ang iyong kinabukasan. And again, if I have to translate that in Filipino, ang pag-asa ay hindi nasusukat kung magkano na ang iyong naiipon. But, ang pag-asa ay sinusukat ng mga desisyon mo na ginagawa mo pang araw-araw. So now, let's take a step back. Let's take a look at those 4 H's. Harvest, household, hurdles, hope. Together, they tell the story of your finances today. Not your entire future, not your value as a person, just your starting point. And That's exactly what we need. Because every journey needs a starting point. So, before we move on, I'd like to leave you with this week's abundance habit. So this is a habit that we need to practice. So last week was a reset, right? This week is very simple. Our habit is called pause before panic. Whenever you see a financial number this week, especially if that number surprises you, don't react immediately. Again, wag feelings yung pairalin. Wag yung mga hugot natin sa buhay. But the habit that I need you to learn is to pause. Take one deep breath and remind yourself, numbers inform me. They don't define me. Ang mga numerong ito ay nagbibigay lamang ng paalala, ngunit hindi nito pinapakita ang ating buong pagkatao. Then, ask yourself, what is this number trying to teach me? Ano nga ba ang pinapaalala ng mga numerong ito sa akin? That's the habit that I want you to practice this week. Because the goal isn't just to know your numbers. It's to learn how to respond to them with wisdom instead of fear. Now, we've identified the 4 areas that matter most. But knowing them individually is only half the story. The next step is putting them together into one simple picture. A picture that shows you exactly where you are today and gives you a baseline for the future. And here at Abundance, we call it the Abundance Financial Snapshot. And together, we're going to build your very first one. So, we now know the 4 H's of financial clarity. Harvest, household, hurdles, and hope. Those 4 H's help us understand what to look at. Now, I'd like to introduce how we put everything together. And here at Abundance, we call this your Abundance Financial Snapshot. And notice, I did not call it a budget. I did not call it a financial report. And I definitely did not call it a scorecard. Because that's not what it is. A snapshot simply captures one moment in time. Think about taking a family picture. That photo does not define your entire life. So kung sakaling ang buhay mo ngayon ay kukunan ng larawan, kapag nakita mo ito, hindi ito ang sumasalamin ng buong mong pagkatao at ng kapalaran mo. It simply captures where you are in that moment. Kung nasaan ka, anong kalagayan mo ngayong araw na ito. Yun yung pinapakita ng larawan na ito. Your financial snapshot works exactly the same way. It's not your future. It's not your identity. It's simply an honest picture of where you are today. And honestly, when you are honest, this is where growth begins. Why do we really need to take a snapshot, right? So let's deep dive into that. Have you ever looked at an old photograph and smiled? Naranasan mo na bang tumingin sa mga luma mong litrato and then napatawa ka na lang o napasmile ka na lang, napangiti ka na lang. Maybe it reminded you how much you've changed or how far you've become. Maybe gumanda ka, nagkaroon ka ng transformation sa sarili mo. Diba? Dati chubby chicks ka, ngayon pumayat ka na. So those are, some reminders of the past. And that's exactly why you're doing this today. 1 year from now, I want you to look back at today's financial snapshot and say, I may not have been where I wanted to be, but I'm so thankful I knew where I was. So let's reflect on that a little bit. I may not have been where I wanted to be, but I'm so thankful I knew where I was. Because you can't celebrate progress unless you know where you started. Ipagpapasalamat mo kung ano ang kalagayan mo nung nakaraan. Kahit na hindi mo pa natatahak yung gusto mong papuntahan. Pero knowing kung saan ka nagsimula at kung ano yung pwede pang ipagbago ng buhay mo, then that's already a win. So, I would like to invite you, if you have a notebook, grab a notebook or a paper, anything that you have, or if you wanted to use your phone, you can also use your phone, open your notes app, anything that you can write on or type on, so we can build this financial snapshot together. Alright, so I'll give you a few moments to just grab a notebook, grab a pen, grab something that we can write on. Alright? Okay? So, if you already are ready, then we can begin with creating your abundance financial snapshot. So, the first step is write down harvest. And then, let's begin with that. What do you need to do? You write down your average monthly income. Magkano ang kinikita mo? And you have to include every consistent source. Salary. Lahat ng kinikita mo sa trabaho mo. Business income. So if my business ka, write down your income. Freelance work, if you are doing side hustles, also do that. And if you have some passive income. Whatever regularly comes into your life, do not overthink it. We don't need to be perfect here. You can just put an honest estimate, and that's enough. Again, remember, this is not an audit. It is for our awareness. So, lahat ng pinagkakakitaan mo, name it. So, right now, I just wrote down my salary. So, you can do the same. Okay. So, that is the step 1. So, you're done. So, just write down everything. Lahat ng pinagkakakitaan mo, just name it. For me, ang pinagkakakitaan ko lang ngayon ay yung aking salary. So, hopefully, in the next sessions, we will learn how to add some income streams here. Or, anything na pwede pa nating pagkakitaan. Alright. So, I know you're doing that. So, now, we can go to step 2. The step 2, you need to write down household. Oh, by the way, I did not mention if you have only one paper, then maybe you divide that into 4. Or if you have ample space, then you can write down, a sheet of paper for the harvest, and then now another sheet of paper for your household. So now what is household? Right? Household, let's take a look at it. What does it cost to live your life every month? You think about your essentials first. Your housing, if you're renting, right? Or you're paying your home mortgage, your utilities, your food, your transportation, insurance, phone bills, internet bills, education bills. Then think about everything else, right? Subscriptions, dining out, entertainment, online shopping. Just write down your best estimate. Again, you don't have to be perfect. All you have to do is just put an estimated number. And, today we're just simply discovering, those assignments because we have to really assign every peso, every money that we have in each of those household items that we have. So, lahat ng gastusin mo, gaano man kaliit ito or kalaki ito, just write it down. So for me, of course, I wrote down the rent, and then my internet bills, my if you're paying for your share of food, or if you are also, if you have anything else, your allowance, your electric bills, your phone bills, your water bills, any bills. So write down everything that's essential first. So those are the essentials. And then anything else, if you are paying for some debt repayments, loans, you can also write them down there. And then, of course, your allowance or anything else that you have. Like for me, if I'm also, setting a budget for my badminton, then I will also write that here. Or anything that I do for entertainment if I have subscriptions, right? So I will also write down here. Okay? So that is the second step. So that's for household. But we can continue with step 3. Step 3 is called hurdles. Now, moving to hurdles, this may be the hardest part. But at the same time, it may also be the most freeing. Ito yung makakapagpalaya talaga sa'yo. And when I was doing this exercise, actually, I got so much relief doing this. So now, this is your time to write down every financial obligation you currently have. Credit cards, personal loans, housing loans, vehicle loans, your buy now, pay later, any money that's borrowed. So money borrowed from family or friends, don't leave anything out. Not because we're trying to make ourselves feel bad, hindi para ma-feel bad ka, that's why you're listing down all these. But because hidden hurdles are the hardest ones to overcome. So once they're visible, you can make a plan. Lahat ng mga utang mo, maliit man yan o malaki, you have to write it down. Okay? So, earlier kanina, 'di ba, parang nung we're doing the household, at least for my case, is I'm paying for my debt, so I list down something for my debt repayments and the household, right? But at the same time, I also put my debts, lahat ng klase ng utang ko, in the hurdle side. So if you are also doing the same, nagbabayad ka ng mga utang mo, then write it down in the household also. And then for if you're not paying your debts yet, but you have a lot of debts, then just write down everything, no matter how small or big that is. It's essential for you to write it down. So, lahat ng microloans mo, kung meron kang online app loans, lahat ng yan, o kung may pinagkakautangan ka mang iba, write down everything that you have. Okay? So, that is our third step for hurdle step, or the third H. And now, finally, my favorite, which is hope. That's my favorite H's because, that gives you the hope for tomorrow. Dito ka magkakaroon talaga ng pag-asa. So, how much have you already set aside for your future? Kung may savings ka, emergency fund, investments, retirement, even if the amount feels small, gaano man ito kaliit or kalaki, just again, put it down, be honest, write it down. Never underestimate the power of a small beginning. Kung meron ka bang alkansya at doon mo nilalagay yan, just write it down. Every tree begins as a seed. Every financial future begins with one intentional decision. Hope grows. 1 peso, $1 at a time. So, lahat ng mga ipon mo, whether kung may alkansya ka man, savings sa bangko, retirement, investments, you have to put it here. So, ako, in my case, I depleted my savings, so wala akong ilalagay na savings here. But, luckily, I have a retirement plan. I enrolled in a retirement plan in my company. And so, meron akong nasulat dito. So, yun yung mga sinulat ko dito. And then, anything na mga ipon-ipon ko, mga barya, sinulat ko din dito. So, yun. Kahit pa paano meron akong naisulat. Pero kung wala ka talagang ipon, it's okay. You can just write down 0, right? So, and then we can discuss that, later on, right? So, I'll give you time. Just do that. So, hopefully, you have completed those 4 H's. Now, I know, because I did this exercise, and sometimes, you can feel overwhelmed with what you see, especially in different sections or some sections, some H's there, especially if you're looking at hurdles. Yeah. So, again, let's practice our habit for this week, which is pause and do not panic. Pause and do not panic. So now, take a deep breath and look at your financial snapshot. Don't rush. Just look into it. This may be the first time you've ever seen your finances in one place. Maybe you're encouraged. Ay, hindi naman pala ganun kalala yung sitwasyon ko ngayon, right? So may pag-asa pa ako. Or maybe you're surprised. Hala, laki na pala, dami ko na palang savings. So, wala dapat akong inaalala, right? Or, surprised in a way that you are overwhelmed. Feeling overwhelmed, oh my God, ang dami ko palang bayarin, ang dami kong utang, hindi sapat ang aking kinikita. But, whatever you're feeling, it is okay. Because before, we said, it's okay not to be okay. But, again, it's okay to feel that way. Let's acknowledge that feeling. But, don't let your feelings take control over you. Because today, it's not about changing your finances. Hindi natin babaguhin yung problema mo sa pananalapi overnight. Today, it's more of understanding them. So, kailangan lang natin na maintindihan ito. Kailangan lang natin ng kalinawan. Alright? One of our abundance values is respect and honesty. Most people think that means being honest with other people. Yes, it does. But it also means being honest with yourself, with ourselves. And that's exactly what you've done today. You're just being honest. You've respected yourself enough to tell yourself the truth. So ano nga ba ang katotohanan? Ano ang iyong kalagayan ngayon? And that's something to celebrate. Because honesty is not the end of the journey, but it is the beginning. Ito lamang ang simula. So today, I'd like to officially welcome you to one of the foundational abundance tools. And that is your abundance financial snapshot. This isn't something that you'll complete once. So, hindi lamang ito, sinulat natin and then we forget about it, right? Hindi lamang ito one-time event sa buhay natin. Okay? So, I encourage you to revisit it every few months and then compare it and then update it. If may pagbabago, update it. And then celebrate how your harvest grows. How your household becomes more intentional. How your hurdles become smaller. Paano mo napapaliit yung utang mo? Celebrate that. And celebrate every peso, every dollar that you save or you paid for. And how your hope continues to grow. Because that's how you'll see progress. Not by guessing, hindi sa panghuhula, but by measuring. Alam mo, I would like to share a story. Before I did this exercise and before I even, come up with a brand for this tool for abundance, right? I was also overwhelmed. Like, magkano nga bang pinagkakautangan ko ngayon? And sapat ba talaga yung kinikita ko? Bakit hindi ko talaga maplano yung pera ko? Hindi ko alam kung saan ko ginagastos yung pera ko. Everything, you're just guessing. It's a guessing game for you, right? And what happens is, whatever you put into your wallet, yun lamang yung nilalabas mo na pera. You're not thinking about everything else. And then, patuloy kang nagbabayad, hindi mo siya minomonitor, right? But this tool will help you, give you that clarity. Kung hindi ka ba nakakabayad ng utang ngayon at masyado mong iniisip yung mga utang mo, kapag nagkaroon ka ng kalinawan at sinulat mo ito sa isang papel or sa isang notebook, and I recommend to have you for you to have a journal. Later on, we'll build a tool and then I will give you access to that in the future so that you can update that in your own free time. Especially when you are reflecting with your own finances as well, and have that money date with yourself or with your partner, then you can use that tool in the future. But for the meantime, we don't need any fancy tools. All we need to have is a paper, grab a notebook, grab a pen, just write down. Use those 4 categories: your harvest, your household, your hurdles, and your hope. And just get clarity that you need. And I told you earlier, this is a freeing exercise talaga. Ang sarap sa pakiramdam na malaman kung nasaan ka ngayon. Kahit gaano man sa tingin mo kapangit ito dahil ang dami mong utang. Pero at least, mapaplano mo na ngayon yung buhay mo. Kung gusto mong, magkaroon ng financial freedom, kung gusto mong yumaman, then you have to get clarity of where you are today. And that is so much like a big win for you. And I want you to celebrate that too. Now, here's the question. You've identified your harvest, your household, your hurdles, and your hope. You've also created your very first financial snapshot. And so, what does all of this actually mean? Ano nga bang ibig sabihin nito? How does knowing these numbers help you make better financial decisions? Because information by itself doesn't change our lives. Hindi yan binabago. Kahit na meron ka ng katunayan, hindi naman yan yung magpapabago sa buhay mo. But, applied wisdom does kung ano yung mga natutunan mo. And that's exactly what we'll talk about next. So now, let's take one more look at our abundance financial snapshot, the one that we have created earlier, and those 4 categories of the 4 H's of financial clarity. I want you to take a look at them. Do not change anything. Don't calculate anything. Huwag kang muna mag-calculate kung ay, ang dami kong utang, so dapat ito pala dapat yung babayaran ko. No. Just look at it. For some of you, this may be the very first time you've seen your finances or financials gathered in one place. Ito yung first time na nakita mo at no-organize mo kung ano ba talaga yung kalagayan mo pagdating sa yung pananalapi, sa yung kaperahan. Right? And maybe you're thinking, naiisip mo ito, oh my God, Dominic, I was not expecting these numbers. So, if that's you, I want you to hear this. Take a deep breath. Again, pause, don't panic. The habit for this week. Because today's goal was never to impress anyone. Hindi para ipagyabang or i-impress yung mga taong nanonood dito or yung mga friends and family mo na nakakapanood nito, right? Or not anyone else. You don't have to impress anyone. Today's goal was simply to understand. Kailangan mo lamang maintindihan. There's something I hope you'll remember long after today's live ends. Don't confuse your starting point with your destination. Where you are today is simply where you're beginning. Nothing more, nothing less. Your financial snapshot does not predict your future. It simply reveals your present. And that's good news. Because once we know the truth, we can finally do something about it. So, imagine going to the doctor for a regular checkup, right? The nurse checks your blood pressure, your weight, your heart rate. Maybe they request a few lab tests. Now, imagine saying, I'd rather not know the results. Ayoko malaman yung resulta ng mga examinations ko. Of course, most of us wouldn't do that, right? Because we understand something important. And that is knowing the results doesn't create the problem. Hindi naman yun yung problema, hindi yung mga resulta or numero. It just reveals it. And once it's revealed, it can be treated. And our finances work exactly the same way. Looking at your financial snapshot did not create your debt, right? It did not create your expenses. It didn't create your financial challenges. Those things were already there even before you started. So, today, you simply choose to see them honestly. And that takes courage. Here at Abundance, I want you to remember this principle. Awareness creates control. Why? Because we can't improve what we refuse to acknowledge. Hindi natin mababago ang mga bagay na ayaw nating harapin or ayaw nating tutukan, ayaw nating intindihin. When we avoid our finances, our imagination usually makes things worse than reality. But when we understand our finances, something changes. We stop guessing hindi ka na nanguhula ngayon. We stop assuming. And we stop reacting emotionally. Nababawasan yung mga hugot mo. Lahat ng mga anxiety mo. Kasi nga may kalinawan na yung problema mo. And we start making intentional decisions. Saan ko ba ngayon gagamitin ang pera ko? Awareness does not instantly solve our problems. But it gives us control over our next decision. And every better decision moves us one step closer to financial stability. Now, again, go back to your financial snapshot, the one that you wrote again, in those 4 areas. Let's look at it again. Look at your harvest and reflect. Is there an opportunity to grow your income in the future? Meron bang oportunidad or mga pagkakataon na pwede mong palaguin ang iyong kita? And then look at your household. Are there expenses that no longer reflect your priorities? Meron ba akong pinagkakagastusan ngayon or pinaglalaanan ko ng pera ngayon na hindi ko na ito priority sa buhay? So, hindi siya nag-a-align sa gusto mo man patunguhan. And then, look at your hurdles. Which one would you like to overcome first? Alin dito sa mga utang mo ang gusto mong pagtuunan ng pansin at gusto mong bayaran? Alin ang iyong unahin? And then look at your hope. And then ask, how can you continue growing it? Paano mo ito palalaguin? 1 peso, $1, 1 week, 1 day, 1 decision at a time. Right? Notice, we're not trying to fix everything today. We're simply learning to ask better questions. And better questions lead to better decisions. If we go back to our questions earlier, right? If you try to reflect, you start to think, are there opportunities out there? So it opens your mind. So rather than, continuously avoiding, denying, or in denial of your current state, you're now open to how you can change your current state, right? So, by asking better questions so that we come up with better decisions, right? So now you can reflect, oh, ito yung mga gastos ko ngayon, ito mga pinagkagastosan ko, hindi naman ito makabuluhan. So you have to cut them down. There's that intentional decision to cut them down. Or even for your hurdles, then I have to start off paying my debt, especially kung malalaki ang interest ng mga to, then you have that intention to paying them off. And then lastly, hope. Paano mo ngayon patuloy na palalaguin yan para nang sa gayon marating mo yung gusto mong destination sa buhay, which is maging mayaman, maging malaya pagdating sa pananalapi, right? So now, you know, some people think financial progress begins when they pay off their first loan. Others think it begins when they save their first 100,000. But I disagree. I think financial progress begins much earlier than that. Yung progress mo pagdating sa finances mo, yung simula mo, ay hindi nagsisimula kung nakapagbayad ka na ng loan or nakapag-save ka ng pera. It begins the moment someone chooses honesty over avoidance. Yung naging honest ka, yung kaninang exercise na naging honest ka, na harapin yung problema mo, and you're not avoiding it. Yun, yung tunay na simula. Because from that moment on, real change becomes possible. And today, that's exactly what you've done. You chose honesty. You chose clarity. You chose to take ownership of your financial journey. And that deserves to be celebrated. Before we end today's teaching, let's talk about this week's abundance habit, which I already told you. So last week, our abundance habit was the abundance 15-minute financial reset. Today, our habit, abundance habit, is pause before panic. This week, I want you to notice your reaction whenever you see a financial number, whichever makes you uncomfortable. Maybe it's your credit card balance, your remaining salary, yung mga natitira sa sahod mo, your savings, your debt, yung mga utang mo. And before you react to anything, pause. Take one deep breath. Then remind yourself again, numbers inform me. They don't define me. Pinapaalala lang ng mga numerong ito. Pero hindi ang iyong pagkatao. Hindi nito sinasalamin ang iyong pagkatao. And then ask yourself again, what is this number teaching me? Ano nga ba ang gusto kong matutunan? Ano nga ba ang pinapaalala ng mga numbers na ito sa akin? And that's the habit we're building this week. Because abundance isn't just about changing our finances. It's about changing how we respond to our finances. Today, you've done something many people spend years avoiding. You found your starting point. You learned the 4 H's of financial clarity. You completed your first abundance financial snapshot. And you discovered that awareness creates control. Now, before we end today's session, let's take everything we've learned and turn it into action. Let's finish with this week's abundance wisdom. What's our weekly challenge? What is the moment of reflection? And our abundance affirmation. Because information inspires us, but action transforms us. So, yung mga binanggit ko, those are our core, the abundance core. And that's what you're going to learn. And your key takeaway every time you attend this abundance live session. Again, one habit, one decision. Right? One day at a time. Before we go, let's remember what today was really about. Today's session wasn't about debt. Hindi ito tungkol sa utang mo. It wasn't about your income. Hindi ito tungkol kung ano yung kinikita mo. It wasn't even about your numbers. So, our episode today is knowing your numbers, right? But it wasn't even about your numbers to begin with. It was about replacing uncertainty with clarity. Kailangan mo lamang malinawan at maintindihan ang mga numerong ito. Because when we stop guessing, we can finally start growing. And today, you took an important step. You learned how to look at your finances with honesty instead of fear. And that's something worth celebrating. Let's leave with this week's financial, or I would say, abundance wisdom. Don't confuse with your starting point with your destination. Where you are today is not where you'll always be. Today's snapshot isn't your future. It's simply the place where which you'll begin to build. So paulit-ulit kong sasabihin, don't confuse your starting point with your destination. Kung saan ka man nagsisimula ngayon, hindi ito sinasalamin kung saan ka patungo. This is not your future. Dito ka muling babangon. Dito ka muling magsisimula. And remember this principle throughout the week. Awareness creates control. When you're aware, we make wiser decisions. When we ignore our finances begin making decisions for us. Awareness doesn't eliminate every problem overnight, but it gives us the power to take the right next step. I would like to reflect further on that. When we ignore our finances begin making decisions for us. Ang ibig sabihin lang nito, kapag patuloy tayong nagsasawalang bahala tungkol sa ating mga finances or mga kaperahan or mga pinansyal na aspeto sa buhay, then ito yung nagbibigay ng desisyon para sa atin. So, kung nakita mo na ang dami mong, kung marami kang utang, for example, at pinili mong i-ignore ito, then, eventually in the future, yan talaga yung magdesisyon sa buhay mo, baon ka sa utang. And, hindi naman yun ang nagde-define sa sarili mo. Or, kung nakita mo, kulang ka sa kita, at may mga opportunities out there para palaguin ang kita mo or palaguin ang savings mo, right? If you don't decide today, then your finances will tell you para sa iyong kinabukasan na hanggang dyan ka lang. So again, that is the reality. But that reality can be acted upon. And that's what we learned today. Awareness creates control. And then this week's habit, abundance habit, which is pause before panic. Whenever you see a financial number that makes you uncomfortable, pause. Huminga ka lang ng malalim, take a deep breath, and then remind yourself, paalalahanan mo lang yung sarili mo, numbers inform me, they don't define me. Ang mga numerong ito ay nagpapaalala lamang at hindi nito sinasalamin ng aking buong pagkatao. And then always ask that question, ano nga ba ang pinapaalala ng mga numerong ito? Anong lesson ang gusto kong matutunan kapag nakita ko ay mga numbers ko na ito? One small habit practiced consistently can completely change the way we handle money. And then, I also introduce a foundational abundance score, which is your abundance tool for this week. And that is your abundance financial snapshot. Don't think of it as a paperwork. Think of it as your financial starting line. Every few months, come back and update it. Hindi isang one-time event na sinulat mo lamang sa papel or sa notebook or sa phone mo and then kinalimutan mo na. You have to watch your harvest grow. Watch your household become more intentional. Watch your hurdles become smaller. Progress becomes much easier to celebrate when you actually see it. Now, here's your challenge before we meet again next Sunday. 1. Complete your abundance financial snapshot, the tool that I introduced today and the one that we created today, the one that we have built today, if you did not do it yet. So complete it. If you did not finish yet as we go through the discussion, you go back, replay that video, and then you build it yourself. Take time. You don't have to rush. Okay? And then, you schedule your abundance 15-minute financial reset. And then during those 15 minutes, review your snapshot using the 4 H's of financial clarity that I told you. And then ask yourself, how is my harvest? How is my household? Which hurdle deserves my attention first? How can I continue building hope this week? And most importantly, remember, don't try to fix everything. You simply need to become more aware because clarity always comes before strategy. I'll repeat that. Clarity comes before strategy. Kailangan mo munang maging malinaw or kailangan munang magkaroon ng kalinawan bago ka gumawa ng plano. And for this week's abundance reflection, for the 1,000 viewers out there, before we end, I'd love to hear from you. You can leave your answer in the comments, or if you're watching a replay, just comment in the thread. And my question that you have to reflect on this week is this. Which of the 4 H's challenge you the most today and why? Alin sa mga 4 H's, which is, again, I'll repeat, your harvest, so lahat ng kita mo, your household, lahat ng mga pinagkakagastusan mo sa pang-araw-araw na buhay, your hurdles, lahat ng mga pinagkakautangan mo, and then your hope, lahat ng mga savings mo. Saan ka doon nahirapan? Doon sa 4 na yun. Or maybe you'd rather answer this question. What's financial decision you'll make differently this week because of today's session? Ano yung desisyong pinansyal ang maaari kong baguhin gamit ang ating mga kaalaman ngayong linggo? Your story might encourage someone who's just beginning. So, just be honest, do this, and then reflect, and then comment in this video. Now, if you're comfortable, I'd love for us to say this together, and this is this week's abundance affirmation. Say it loudly with me. I choose clarity over confusion. I choose honesty over fear. My numbers do not define my future. They guide my next decision. Every wise choice I make brings me one step closer to financial stability. I am learning. I am growing. I am building abundance. Yes, let's celebrate that. Next Sunday, we'll continue our journey from financial survival to stability. Hindi lang para sa survival, kundi kailangan maging stable. So ito ang journey natin ngayon. Ngayong season 1 na ito yung journey natin. Financial survival to stability. Because once we know our numbers, the next question becomes, how do we make every peso, every dollar, every money work with purpose? We'll begin learning how to align our spending with what matters most, so that our money starts supporting the life we're trying to build. And I hope you'll join me in next Sunday's episode. And before you leave, I'd like you to type just one word in the comments. One word that describes how you're leaving today's session. Maybe it's hopeful, clear, you are encouraged, you are ready, and you are motivated. Or maybe it's a completely different word. Whatever comes into your mind, I'd love to read your responses, because that's what abundance is all about. Growing together, learning together, building together. So, if you're watching, you write down those words, affirm it, that's how you felt for today's session. Again, thank you so much for spending time with me on a Sunday night. If today's session encouraged you, consider sharing it with someone who might need this. And if you're watching the replay on YouTube or on Facebook, don't forget to follow and subscribe so you don't miss the next Abundance Live. Until next week, remember, financial stability is not built in one big decision. It's built through small, wise decisions made consistently over time. And here at Abundance, we don't chase abundance. We build it. One habit, one decision, and one step at a time. God bless you, take care, and I'll see you next Sunday. Builders, thank you for spending this time with me. I hope today's episode reminded you that financial transformation does not happen overnight. It happens one habit, one decision, one brick at a time. When you're ready for your next brick, continue your journey in our Abundance Live Season 1 playlist. And if this episode encouraged you, share it with someone who needs hope today. Because you never know who might be waiting for the encouragement you received today. And if you're building with us, don't forget to like and subscribe so we can keep laying bricks together. Remember, we don't chase abundance. We build it. One habit, one decision, one brick at a time. I'll see you in our next brick.